The endless scroll, a modern dilemma. In the age of smartphones and constant connectivity, we find ourselves trapped in an endless cycle of scrolling. It's a modern dilemma that affects millions of people around the world. The convenience of having the world at our fingertips comes with a price. We are constantly bombarded with information, updates, and notifications that demand our attention. This constant influx of data can be overwhelming and can lead to a sense of anxiety and unease. Imagine this. You're at a concert, enjoying the music. The energy is electric, the crowd is alive, and the band is playing your favorite song. It's a moment that should be unforgettable. But instead of being fully present and soaking in the experience, you find yourself reaching for your phone. You start to scroll through social media, checking for updates, and seeing what others are up to. But instead of focusing on the band, you're scrolling through social media. You see posts from friends, updates from celebrities, and news from around the world. The concert, which should be a highlight of your week, becomes just another background event as you get lost in the digital world. The allure of the screen is strong, and it pulls you away from the present moment. You see pictures of friends at a party. They are laughing, dancing, and having a great time. The images are perfectly curated to show the best moments, the highlights of the night. It's easy to forget that these are just snapshots, not the full story. But in that moment, it feels like everyone else is having more fun than you. You feel a pang of envy. You're missing out. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, starts to creep in. It's a feeling that many of us are all too familiar with. The idea that we are not where the action is, that we are missing out on something exciting or important, can be incredibly distressing. This is FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's a psychological phenomenon that has been amplified by the rise of social media. The constant stream of updates and images creates a sense of urgency and a need to stay connected. We don't want to be left out and we don't want to miss anything, but this constant need to stay in the loop can take a toll on our mental health. It's that uneasy feeling you get when you think others are having more fun than you. It's the sense that you are not living your life to the fullest, that you are missing out on experiences and opportunities. This feeling can lead to anxiety, depression, and a constant sense of dissatisfaction. It's a vicious cycle that can be hard to break. In today's world, FOMO is everywhere. It's in our homes, our workplaces, and our social gatherings. It's a byproduct of our hyper-connected society where we are always just a click away from seeing what others are doing. But it's important to remember that social media is just a highlight reel. It's not the full picture. Everyone has their own struggles and challenges, even if they don't show it online. By being mindful of our own experiences and focusing on the present moment, we can start to break free from the grip of FOMO and live more fulfilling lives. Fear of missing out, not a modern invention. FOMO might seem like a product of our always connected world, but the truth is it's been around for a long time. Think about early humans. They relied on their tribe for survival. Being left out could mean danger. This fear of being excluded is deeply rooted in us. Social media hasn't created FOMO, but it has made it much worse. Social media, a highlight reel of life. Social media is like a highlight reel of everyone's best moments. We see pictures of perfect vacations, delicious meals, and exciting adventures. We forget that these are just snapshots, not the whole story. Comparing ourselves to these curated images can make us feel inadequate. We forget that everyone experiences disappointment and boredom, even if they don't post about it. FOMO and mental health, a recipe for anxiety. The constant comparisons fueled by FOMO can take a toll on our mental health. Feeling like we're always missing out can lead to anxiety and depression. We might feel pressured to say yes to every invitation, even when we're exhausted. It's important to remember that our worth isn't determined by how much fun we're having or appearing to have on social media. Social connections in the age of FOMO. More friends, more loneliness. In today's digital age, the way we connect with others has drastically changed. We have more friends on social media platforms than ever before, but does this translate to real-life connections? Social media promises connection, but it can also make us feel more alone. The constant barrage of updates, photos, and stories can create a sense of inadequacy and isolation. We see the highlights of others' lives and compare them to our own, often feeling like we don't measure up. We might have hundreds of online friends, but still feel disconnected in real life. The interactions we have online can be superficial, lacking the depth and intimacy of face-to-face conversations. We might comment on a friend's post or like their photo, but these actions don't replace the warmth of a genuine hug or the comfort of a heartfelt conversation. We might spend more time scrolling through social media than interacting with the people right in front of us. This can lead to a sense of disconnection and loneliness, even when we're surrounded by others. The irony is that in our quest to stay connected, we might be missing out on the real connections that matter. Ironically, our fear of missing out can cause us to miss out on genuine connections. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, drives us to constantly check our phones, looking for the next update or notification. But in doing so, we might be missing out on the present moment and the people around us. It's important to find a balance between our online and offline lives to ensure that we're nurturing the relationships that truly matter. So how can we combat this digital loneliness? One way is to set boundaries with our technology use. Designate specific times to check social media and stick to them. Make a conscious effort to put your phone away during meals, social gatherings, and family time. Engage in activities that don't involve screens, like going for a walk, reading a book, or having a face-to-face conversation. Another way to foster real connections is to be present in the moment. When you're with others, give them your full attention. Listen actively, make eye contact, and show genuine interest in what they have to say. These small actions can go a long way in building deeper, more meaningful relationships. Remember, it's not about the quantity of friends you have, but the quality of those relationships. Focus on nurturing the connections that bring you joy and fulfillment. By being mindful of our technology use and prioritizing real-life interactions, we can combat the loneliness that often accompanies our digital lives. In the end, it's about finding a balance. Embrace the benefits of social media, but don't let it replace the real connections that make life meaningful. More friends don't have to mean more loneliness. With a mindful approach, we can enjoy the best of both worlds. The future of FOMO, a world of virtual experiences. As technology advances, the lines between the real and virtual worlds will continue to blur. We might soon find ourselves experiencing FOMO not just from social media, but also from virtual reality. Imagine feeling like you're missing out on an amazing virtual concert or a breathtaking virtual trip. As technology evolves, so too will our relationship with FOMO. Living in the moment, finding peace in a fast-paced world. In today's society, we are constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and the pressure to always be connected. This can make it incredibly challenging to find moments of peace and tranquility. However, it is essential for our mental and emotional well-being to carve out time for ourselves, to disconnect from the digital noise, and to reconnect with our inner selves. So how do we combat FOMO in this hyper-connected world? The fear of missing out, or FOMO, is a pervasive feeling that can lead to anxiety and stress. It stems from the constant exposure to other people's lives through social media and the belief that we need to keep up with everything and everyone. But the truth is, we don't. We need to prioritize our own well-being and find joy in the present moment. The key is to be more mindful and present in our real lives. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully engaged and aware of the present moment without judgment. It allows us to appreciate the simple pleasures in life and to build deeper connections with the people around us. By being mindful, we can reduce stress, improve our mental clarity, and enhance our overall quality of life. Put down the phone and engage with the people around you. When we are constantly glued to our screens, we miss out on the meaningful interactions and experiences that happen in the real world. Take the time to have a face-to-face conversation, to play a game, or to simply enjoy the company of others without the distraction of technology. Focus on your own experiences, not the experiences of others. It's easy to get caught up in the highlight reels of other people's lives, but it's important to remember that social media often presents a curated and idealized version of reality. Instead, focus on what brings you joy and fulfillment. Spend time in nature, pursue your hobbies, and take moments to reflect and journal about your own journey. Remember that true happiness comes from within, not from likes and comments. External validation can be fleeting and superficial, but cultivating a sense of inner peace and contentment is lasting. Practice gratitude by acknowledging the positive aspects of your life and expressing appreciation for the people and experiences that bring you joy.
Hit that subscribe button and never miss out on the next big story.